Hey guys, welcome to my videos. So guys, tax season is here and we all must be planning at this moment that how to file taxes and what not to do. So guys, today in this video I'm going to discuss what mistakes you should avoid that trigger CRA attention. First of all, you should be very careful in your taxes and you have to be 100% honest. But sometimes unknowingly we do some mistakes and then that brings CRA attention and we go into unnecessary audits or review. So that is something all of us want to avoid. So I have done some research and I'm gonna discuss this topic. Just want to clarify that I'm not a tax consultant, okay? So if you take anything out of this, we do it at your own risk. So guys, when it comes to the Canada Revenue Agency, CRA, the goal is usually to blend in, not stand out. While some audits are random, review letters are triggered by specific red flags. Some patterns that look inconsistent, inflated, or simply don't match the digital trade that CRA already has. As of this year, CRA has significantly enhanced its use of AI and other data matching capabilities to catch these discrepancies instantly and then take actions. So most common mistakes that can land you on return on an auditor desk. Okay. The slip up. That means this is the most common and easiest trigger to CRA to catch because CRA receives copies of all your T slips T4, T5, T4A, etc. from employers as well as financial institutions. Even you might have done a small, you might have forgotten to report a small TR T4 from a short-term job or T5 for interest earned on a saving account. But don't worry, CRA already has it. And if this mismatch is flagged by the system, make sure, they will come back to you. Okay, most probably. Next is like excessive lifestyle expenses. For self-employed individuals and small business owners, certain expense categories are magnets for CRA to come after you. For example, meals and entertainment. If you are claiming high amounts here relative to your income is a major red flag. Remember, these are generally only 50% deductible because CRA does not let what you spend on you to be deductible, right? Similarly, on travel, if your travel expenses spiked compared to previous years and don't align with your industry, expect a request for receipts and proof of business purpose. Aggressive home, office, and vehicle claims. This is a very big trap. Claiming that your personal vehicle is used 100% of business is an almost guaranteed audit trigger. The CRA expects a personal use portion because CRA knows that your vehicle is being used for personal activities too. If you don't have a log book, if you claim vehicle expenses but don't keep a mileage log, the CRA may deny the entire claim altogether during a review. If you are claiming overstated square footage at your home office, so if you say that your home office is like 40% of your apartment square feet, CRA may find it like unreasonable. They are very reasonable, but if you are gonna claim something unreasonable, they are gonna be after you. Discrepancies between returns. The CRA cross-references different types of filings to ensure the numbers tell the same story. GST, HST versus income. If the revenue reported on your GST, HST return don't match the gross income on your T1 or T2, it signals a reporting error. If your returns are inconsistent over year, a sudden dramatic drop in income or massive spike in deductions, that is also a flag for them. And if you're reporting recurring business losses, that is also a point for them to put a doubt. Okay. Now, what people do a mistake is that using a side hustle or hobby to report losses year after year to offset your high income T4 salary. Don't worry, they know what you're doing. Well, the red flag is like if businesses never turn a profit, the CRA may reclassify it as a hobby and deny all previous loss deductions. Okay. So be careful, guys. Now, round number syndrome is huge. Please don't fall into this. If you're entering expenses in round numbers like 500,000 or 2,500 instead of exact amount, like let's say your exact expenditure is 492.57 and you claim it to as 500, then that's gonna be an issue. Perfectly in round numbers, definitely like that's gonna be an issue for them. Anybody could understand, right? Now, CRA is targeting aggressively the income that people make from digital platforms like Uber, Airbnb, Skip the Dishes, DoorDash, etc. With new international reporting standards, they are going after cryptos and NFTs too. Real estate flips are also being observed. So make sure you you enter your you be 100% honest in declaring your taxes. And if you make any mistake on unknowingly and your return is filed, there is a way to make amendments too. That also you do, and that will give you better chances of standing in clear waters. That is what I would say, guys. Now let me know what you feel about it. Thanks for watching this, and please subscribe to the channel. Thank you.